Hi, my name is OLENA VOLOVYK and I am a missionary in Ukraine. I serve with Refugee Venture, an organization that equips young leaders to fulfill Christ's commission through the local church. My life and everyone's life in Ukraine changed 4 months ago when Russia invaded Ukraine. Immediately after the war started, my local church shifted its ministry focus and turned our church building into a refugee hub, where we cared for refugees' physical and spiritual needs. My main responsibility at the hub was helping evacuate busloads of Ukrainians from our hub to one of Refugee Venture refugee hubs in Poland or Czech. Over 2,000 refugees have come through one of our hubs, and many more have personally received humanitarian aid from someone on our team. Every time we send a bus or deliver aid, we share the gospel with Ukrainians. I see how God is changing lives in the midst of this war. The good news in this bad situation is that God continues to move and to call Ukrainians to faith in Jesus. I've seen that up close at our refugee hub and hear stories every day that motivate me in our ministry. I grew up in a non-Christian home where a lot of things were unhealthy, but God connected me to believers in Ternopil, my city. In 2010, I decided to follow Jesus at one of JV's English camps. After camp, I found a church home, and God used the next years of my life to grow as a believer and serve as a leader. Later, I began praying about God's call on my life. Then God opened the door for me to serve as a summer intern for JV, and later to serve full-time on staff. For me, it was like a dream come true. My ministry focus on the JV team in Ukraine is summer ministry and camps. As the Ukrainian church coordinator, I work year-round to equip local church leaders who do summer evangelistic camps. Our team equips these leaders through discipleship training, ministry resources, and personal coaching and mentoring. Camp is a great ministry tool that helps to connect young people to local church. I believe 1 week at a camp can make an eternal difference in teenagers' life. Jesus changed my life at camp. That is why I'm so passionate about this ministry. I also serve locally at Philadelphia, my church in Ternopil. I am a part of the youth ministry there since I came to the church, and this is the place where my heart is. One of my favorite parts of serving is discipleship and being able to invest in young people's lives, one-on-one, and walk alongside them in their journey with God. I want to invite you to be a part of this exciting ministry that God is using to change young lives in Ukraine. I'm building a team of ministry partners who will support God's movement and my ministry in Ukraine. There are 2 main ways you can join me as a ministry partner. The first way is through prayer. Prayer fuels God's movement, and I would be honored to have you support me by praying for requests I send regularly to my ministry partners. The second way you can join me is through financial support. My goal is to raise $650 in monthly support to be fully funded. Your financial support helps to cover my ministry expenses and focus on the ministry God has called me to in Ukraine. If God put it on your heart to give monthly, just go to the link below to be directed to JV's secure website to set up your giving. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to share more about God's movement in Ukraine among youth with you soon.